Good morning, good morning, good morning. Had a little trouble with the internet this morning, so I'm coming to you a little later than usual. I know that even though you don't know when I'm coming, you'll find me once I get on. So I want to say good morning to you and welcome to your daily antiviral message, living beyond the virus. This is day 3 that we've been together. So for the next 12 minutes or so, I know I ran late yesterday, I will offer you some insights and possibilities to consider as we all move through this worldwide community health crisis. Each day, for as long as I can, I'm going to offer you an inspirational reading, an affirmation, a few health tips to consider, not trying to replace medical science, perhaps something for the children to do, something for you to do, and a closing affirmative prayer so that we can focus our mind. These messages are offered to clear and sanitize our mental being, our emotional being, and to align our spiritual being, because it's our physical being that's vulnerable to the virus. However, the stronger that we are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, the greater is the chance that the body will not succumb to the threat of the disease. Usually we're using our physical body. Well, now we're going to use our mental and emotional body to strengthen the physical. Now, you need to take every precaution and engage in good behavior to stay healthy. It simply means that rather than freaking out or living in fear about what could happen to the physical self, we can use conscious means to strengthen every part of who we are as we move through this. And so we begin. Breath is key. It's our connection to the Creator. And we now use our breath to defy anything and everything that would challenge our ability, capacity to breathe freely. So let's breathe together just for a moment. Take a long, deep inhale through the nose and a slow, complete exhale through the nose. Good. Now, take a long, deep inhale through the mouth and a slow, complete exhale through the mouth. Now, just relax for a moment. Just relax. Come fully present to this moment. This moment. Notice what it feels like to be right where you are. Just breathe and relax right where you are. Just breathe and relax. Notice the sounds. Notice any feelings in your body. Any thoughts that are passing through, don't engage them, just let them pass through. Just breathe and relax. Focus on the center of your chest for a moment. And I want us to send energy right out through the chest, through our heart, to those families that have been affected by the virus, whether themselves, personally, or a loved one. To those families and people who've lost loved ones to the virus. Just breathe and send energy right out through your heart. You don't have to know how to do it, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just breathe and relax. Focus on your chest, and when you breathe out, let the energy come out from your heart, from your chest. Now I want us to focus on and send energy, light, love to those people who are incarcerated and people who are in homeless shelters, because they don't have the ability to move or come out. And we want to surround those places in light and love and energy, because one person affected can affect millions, thousands. So we want to just send light and love to the prisons, the jails, the homeless shelters, where there are men, women, fathers, mothers, children. We can do that because our minds are that powerful. And whether you know someone who's in a shelter or someone who's incarcerated, whether or not you know their name, just hold the good thought, because intentions are powerful. And let's just breathe and relax. Breathe and relax. And again, notice where you are. Come right present to this right now moment. Right now, right now, right now. Don't forecast, don't awfulize. Just stay right here. Stay with your breath. Let thoughts pass. The mind will think because that's what minds do. But you don't have to engage every thought. Yeah. You know, even though we are in this crisis, we're all in it together, and there are things that we can do. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. I want to encourage you to stay focused and not to awfulize and not to keep repeating and spreading bad news. Watch the news, know what you need to know, like we all need to be socially distancing. And tomorrow we're going to talk about how to love each other from a distance. Yeah, there are things that we can do. And you do need to wash your hands. And we don't need to freak out. This is happening and it's difficult. And we can still do this. We are not victims. So I repeat my mantra, fear not. Doesn't mean you don't pay attention. Doesn't mean you don't understand, but fear not. And yesterday I gave some tips on how to manage and move through fear. So please watch yesterday's video so that you can get a better understanding. Don't deny the fear. Don't ignore it. Don't avoid it. Don't judge yourself for having it. But you don't have to engage it. You don't have to buy real estate on the fear landscape, okay? So I promised you yesterday that I was going to talk about money today. But let's start with our reading. I'm getting up my little notes here. Our reading today comes from Happy Pocket Full of Money by David Cameron Kiganda. And today's reading comes from chapter 2, and it's The Truth About Time, okay? The present moment is the greatest gift you can have. It is perfectly created for you according to your stated mental designs. You state these designs by thoughts, states of being, words, and actions that you held earlier. The present is a perfectly present moment. It allows you to taste, review, and change your thoughts, states of being, words, and actions. Cursing, condemning, and judging the present moment will only keep it as it is longer. This means if you're complaining, if you're resisting what is in this moment, the present moment, you will create more of it. So we want to get out of fear in this moment. Now consider this affirmation for today and repeat it as often as you can as you move throughout the day. Okay, listen. My prosperity begins as a state of mind. I am abundant, prosperous, and healthy right now, this present moment. Knowing and allowing and accepting this truth, all that I need comes to me easily. I am grateful right now. And we breathe. I was watching Don Lemon on CNN the other night. I liked Don Lemon. And Tom Colicchio, who's one of the creators and judges on Top Chef, was one of his guests. Now, he owns several restaurants, and he was sharing how he had to lay off 300 people in order to comply with the social distancing mandates that we're going through as we go through this public health challenge. 300 people. Now, let's be clear. Life as we knew it is changing and is about to change. And while many people are working from home and will be paid for a period of time, others are off and will not be paid. And many of us were on the brink of financial disaster even when we were working, yeah? And now that our income has been limited or eliminated, there's a real concern, and it's real, about money. Paying rent, paying bills, feeding ourselves, providing for the children. This is real. Paying for medications. The list goes on and on and on. And it's challenging, really challenging, to have faith and to know that we will be okay. But I'm telling you, we will be. We will be, moment by moment. And here's the thing to consider. When you focus on the worst possible scenario, when you awfulize and project disaster into the future, or when we become victims of what's happening or what's not happening, we waste the precious gift of the present moment. That's what our reading talked about this morning. And we create more of the very thing we fear. So I'm going to say again, fear not. Fear not. Manage your fear. I know this feels scary, but we have the power of our minds on our side. And I know as humans, we want to control our lives and try to figure out everything that's going on, but this is not that time. This is not the time. And with all of the fearful negative energy in the universe, we must use each present moment to create what we need or desire, okay? We don't know how it's going to show up. But it means that when a negative fear-based thought comes into your mind, in that very instant, you have to say, stop, stop. Or as I always think or say to myself, cancel, 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 as soon as I get wind of it, all right? Because we cannot afford to entertain negative thoughts, not now, not ever. We should deny these thoughts, okay? Now, that doesn't mean resist them, but we must not entertain them because the mind is too powerful. You know how a thought will come and then you'll go to the next thought and the next thought. So what I am sharing here is not just about the virus or the health challenge. It's about knowing who we are and understanding our inherent power and using that power to keep ourselves grounded and centered to create the wealth, the abundance, the money that we need, the things that we need right now. So here's what you need to know, okay? Money is an energy. It demonstrates itself as a tangible object, a coin or a dollar. But money is the result of and a function of, a manifestation of how you direct your energy, the money that you have, how you direct your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. Now, I know most of us believe, and we've been taught to believe, that money is what we get in return for or as a reward for what we do. Now, that's a fact. We get money for what we do. However, how much we get and how we get it is a function of the energy that we put out. Money, my own natural energy yield. When we are thinking in the present moment, I don't have enough, I can't afford that, I need this, I can't get that. That is what we're creating in this moment, and that's what we'll create and experience the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. The present moment is a gift, and we will create more of and experience more of what we do right now. That is why it's essential for us to create and project an energy, a vision, an intention of what we need in the next moment, but we got to do it right now. Without determining how it's going to come or where it's going to come from or what it's going to look like, you don't know how you're going to get what you need. This also means that you must train yourself to think, to believe, and to know that you will have what you need, even if you're not working. Now, it may not look the way you want it to look. I mean, you may not want to be in a shelter, but a shelter is shelter. And it may not come from the usual sources, but if you can hold the energy of all needs met now, in this moment, if you can fill your mind in this moment with a knowing that I am wealth, I am abundance, you'll be sending out an energy that will attract what you need and desire, even if it doesn't look like you expect it to look. Wherever you put your attention, your intention carries that energy out, and it will grow. Yeah? What you attend to and attend with your attention becomes your experience. So we want to use these right now moments to create what we need. I want to encourage you that rather than focusing on not working, not having a paycheck, directing your attention to what you don't have, direct your attention to what it is you desire. Rather than being afraid of what might happen, what has not happened because your income has been limited or eliminated, set an intention and focus your attention on having your needs met. because we become what we think about. I know this sounds foo-foo caca. I know it does, but it's the law of nature, and nature cannot fail. It will not fail. It does not fail. Use your mind for good. Use your powers for good, yeah? I recall the other day I spoke to you about creating a vision board. So if you have fears about money, if you're experiencing lack, this is the time to create a vision right now in this moment. Use magazines you have, and if you don't have magazines, just use words. Write out what you're seeing and call in what you need. Write your vision out and focus on the vision. Look at it and read it. Look at your vision board or your list every day, 2 or 3 times a day, until you can feel it in your body, because you can't just create in the mind. You have to have a feeling. You got to feel that whatever's on your vision board, whatever you're writing, is true for you. Speak your desires. Feel what it will be like to have them. Express gratitude and fulfillment every day. Use your affirmations. I've given you plenty. In Happy Pocket Full of Money, that's where our reading came from, on every single page, he has an affirmation. I am wealth, I am abundance, I am joy, and I always add, I am grateful. He puts these on every single page because he's using them to program the reader's mind. Because if you see it, you can be it. And if you see it, feel it, and believe it, you will have the experience. That's what we're talking about. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am joy. I am grateful. I have all that I need. Now, if you're not sure about this, or if you have fear about it, go back and use the process I shared with you yesterday. Write out what you fear. Confront the fear. Don't avoid it. Don't resist it. It's okay to have healthy fear. However, you want to neutralize it in your energy in this moment. Remember Monday's affirmation, okay? Right where I am, the fullness of God is. In God's fullness, fear cannot be. Lack does not exist. This need not be. God is right where I am. And then you breathe. Now, your mind and your ego are going to argue against what I'm saying, what you're hearing me say, and take you into your story, the facts. But you don't understand, but I don't have, but I need, and nobody, and blah, blah, blah. I'm encouraging you to live beyond that story in this moment. The present moment is a gift. Harness and direct your energy in this moment so that you can create or recreate what it is that you experience in the next moment. This is real stuff. Things are changing. It feels frightening, but we are not victims. We are still the same powerful divine creatures that we were created to be. Now, I don't want you to stay here too long today. I just wanted to give you a little something to chew on. Go back and listen to this. I'm going to share what I've shared before. Read to the children. Play games with them. Don't forget to increase your green intake. Confront your fear with prayer and affirmation. Get on that garlic and raw honey, your elderberries. This is not easy, but it is doable, okay? And don't forget that Beauty Everywhere has an awesome Dr. Seuss Treasury for the children, 55 stories in one app, and they're offering it for free because I know the children like the devices. You can download it from Read With Them. I'm going to ask my people to put it in the thread so that you can see the download. And don't forget your printable coloring pages for adults and children. I was coloring yesterday. You know, we're going to be in this for a minute, so you got to find ways to entertain yourself. And I want to say again to the couples, if you're home alone, be careful. I want you to know I was unpacking the closet yesterday and I found 2 rolls of toilet paper. I'm so excited, okay? I'm so excited. Now, I hope you have found this antiviral message helpful. I'll be back tomorrow at my regular time, 10 o'clock. These are just a few possibilities to support us in moving through and beyond this difficult experience. Want to give a shout out to my hometown of Brooklyn and New York City because I know that you're going through right now. You've got a lot going on. My prayer is that with these messages, let me get my prayer up here, that will come out on the other side with a greater faith, a deeper connection, and a great experience of the simple beauties in life. Everybody's been asking me, I don't know where I got these glasses from. So let's end our time today with a short affirmative prayer on abundance. Abundance is the overflowing supply or plentiful quantity. It represents wealth in mind, body, and spirit. So here we go. Beloved Father, Mother God, I acknowledge that I live in an abundant universe. I am aware that the universe has offered me all that it is. I accept that abundance and wealth and all good things is my divine birthright. I open my mind and heart with a spirit of appreciation to allow myself to receive all that I desire. I give thanks for the abundant outpouring of good that is manifesting in every aspect of my life right now. I ask, I accept, I allow, I accept, and God becomes. So I let it be, and so it is. Yeah. Go back, listen to that, write it down, teach it to the children. And I'll see you tomorrow with another antiviral message. Be a great day. Deep bow to us all. Take good care. Bye.